Johnny's Bar and Grill, Mexican and American cuisine with daily and weekly specials, juicy burgers, mouth-watering tacos, and more. 1519 West Highway 150 in Lincolnton.
Good evening and welcome into the Valentine's Day edition of the WHKY News. I hope it has been and continues to be a great day for you and your sweetheart. Today is Friday, February 14th. I'm Ralph Mangum. You can watch the WHKY News every weekday on over-the-air TV on channel 14.2 at 5:30 and 10. We are also on the Compass, SkyBest, Vibrant, TDS, and Comporium cable systems. Online, look for us at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In today's top stories, a former Caldwell County pastor is going to prison. WHKY's Arianna Mack has the details.
Caldwell County pastor received a 10-year sentence in a federal child porn case. 53-year-old Ashley James Krause of Granite Falls was sentenced Thursday to 120 months in prison and a lifetime of supervised release for possession and receipt of child sexual abuse material. The announcement was made by Lawrence J. Cameron, acting U.S. Attorney for the Western District of North Carolina. Krause was also ordered to register as a sex offender after he is released from prison. According to court documents and Thursday's sentencing hearing, in April 2023, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children referred to a tip from law enforcement that a Dropbox account user had uploaded videos containing child sexual abuse material. Law enforcement determined that the Dropbox user was Krause, who was a pastor at a church in Caldwell County. On November 3rd, 2023, law enforcement executed a search warrant at Krause's residence and the church. From Krause's office at the church, detectives seized a computer tower, an iPad, and 2 thumb drives. Krause admitted to law enforcement officers that he had been downloading and collecting child pornography for 5 to 6 years and that he viewed child sexual abuse material at the church while multitasking and completing church business. The investigation determined that Krause routinely used his computer at the church to access, view, and download child sexual abuse material. A forensic examination of Krause's church computer and other digital devices revealed that Krause shared child pornography and links to child pornography through the Telegram application, and that he had used AI and a software program to make child and other pornography. In total, Krause possessed over 1,200 videos and 450 images depicting the sexual abuse of children. Krause remains in federal custody. He will be transferred to the custody of the Federal Bureau of Prisons upon designation of a federal facility. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Arianna. A draft of the state's next long-range transportation improvements plan is now available for public review. The State Transportation Improvement Program, or STIP, is the North Carolina Department of Transportation's guide that shows how and when transportation projects are expected to be funded over the next 10 years. Projects scheduled in the first 5 years are generally considered to be scheduled for delivery, while those on the latter half of the schedule are funded for preliminary engineering only and are subject to be reevaluated when the next STIP is developed. A public comment period for the draft STIP for the years 2026 through 2035 is now open and runs through April 4th. Citizens can review the document and submit feedback online by visiting N.C.D.O.T.gov. Local N.C.D.O.T. offices across the state will also hold week-long drop-in periods in the coming months, allowing the public to ask questions and submit comments in person. More information on the times and locations of those meetings will be posted at ncdot.gov when schedules are finalized. Transportation officials are expected to adopt the 2026-2035 STIP in the summer of 2025. More information on the STIP process can be found on the N.C.D.O.T. webpage. The City of Hickory has several meetings scheduled next week. 2 are on Monday, February 17th. At 5:30 p.m. Monday, the Youth Council will meet in City Council chambers in the Julian G. Whitener Municipal Building. At 7 p.m. Monday, the Highland Neighborhood Association is slated to meet at the Highland Recreation Center. And on Tuesday, February 18th, Hickory City Council will convene in the City Council chambers at 6 p.m. Also next week, a program entitled Aging, Mental Health, and the Benefits of Exercise will be held at the Patrick Beaver Memorial Library. That's on Tuesday, February 20th from 10 until 11 a.m. According to a statement released yesterday by Dr. Danita Dowell-Revis, Alexander County Schools must redraw its voting districts for the Board of Education into 7 equal portions by December 2025 to match the 2020 census. The new districts would not affect the boundaries of schools nor the schools' attendance lines. In November 2024, Alexander County residents approved a referendum to elect school board members by party. The now partisan elections and the census rules in House Bill 308 do not go into effect until the 2026 school board elections. However, the voting lines must be drawn before candidates file for office. Filing begins in December of this year. Earlier this month, Alexander County Election Director Patrick Wyke gave the board background on redistricting. He told members that each district would have to include 5,206 people within 5%. The school board's next step is to hear a consultant's proposals for redrawing the voting districts with a goal of finalizing those regions by August or September. The redistricting rule in the House bill came in tandem with the effort to have school board elections become partisan. 53% of those who voted in Alexander County in November 2024 chose to have school board members elected by party label. Alexander County joins the 53 districts across the state that now elect board members as either a Democrat or Republican. The new law requires equal representation, stating that Alexander County should have 7 school board districts with each member serving a 4-year term, and that terms should be staggered. More information is posted at alexander.k12.nc.us under the latest news heading. Today's crime report includes a meth trafficking arrest in Lenoir and sexual exploitation charges filed in Alexander County. In local sports, it's all about Appalachian State today with men's and women's basketball and some App baseball news. In Community Focus, we'll check in with District Attorney Scott Riley, and Arianna has the latest from the Western Piedmont Symphony. Sunny with a high in the upper 40s today. Not so great over the weekend with rain likely both days. Low 40s for the high tomorrow, and then in the low 60s Sunday. A couple of nice days to start the week with some sunshine and highs Monday and Tuesday in the low 50s. Back down we go on Wednesday and Thursday with highs only in the 30s and a chance of rain and maybe some snow flurries, which should end by Thursday afternoon. Things are looking up a bit for next weekend. The latest forecast can always be found at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum, and you are watching the WHKY News.